So let's talk about gender dysphoria. I think I'm feeling it right now. I feel rather out of sorts. I'm very uncomfortable with the fact that I feel like I'm a woman, but I don't look like one. There were, a, I've had this feeling off and on through my whole life. I didn't have the terminology for it though, right? When I was growing up, I don't think there was a term like gender dysphoria. If there was, I was unaware of it. So it probably existed, but I didn't know that it was a term. And we didn't have the internet like we do now. I mean, the internet existed. It was a thing that was spoken of. People knew about it, but most people, unless you had the money or were with an organization that had access to it, you didn't have access to it. Um, and it wasn't the same thing as it is now. It's more academic back then. Uh, yeah. Hmm. So I didn't have this terminology, didn't have the words, and I just thought there was something strange about me. Why would I think I'm a woman or a girl? I guess at that point. And of course, raised in a conservative Christian environment, oh, wanting to be something you're not born at is defying the will of God and is a sin, and therefore this is something you have to get right with your Lord and Savior and Master. Anyhow, a few years ago, I ran across the terminology, and it was at a point where I was actually going through maybe the worst gender dysphoria I have experienced yet to date. My then wife and I were breaking up, we were separating, and I the gender dysphoria hit me tremendously hard. I literally shaved all my body hair off. Yeah, all my body hair off. I had talked before, off and on throughout the years before this time, but I was tucking quite regularly then. I was fairly often, even to work, like on casual Fridays, you're allowed to wear jeans and stuff. I would wear girl jeans to work. And right now on my forearms, I have the hair trimmed. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, they're trimmed, but I had shaved them off at that point. And I seriously want to be anybody but myself. And in particular, I wanted to be. I strongly want to be a woman. I mean, I've always felt that, but this was the strongest feeling I had in a long time. I don't know if I'm speaking audibly enough. I won't know until I play the video back before I upload it. I had managed to compartmentalize, suppress, and otherwise ignore my gender dysphoric feelings for the past couple few years. It's very interesting. Because you can never 100% make it go away. Uh, with my ex wife, And then my girlfriend I had a couple years after the separation, it's a little more personal, but when I would have sex, when I would make love to them, mm, I'm not monetized or anything by YouTube, so I'm sure I'm not going to lose any money over this. I'd have sex with them, one or the other, because I wasn't with both at the same time, mind you, because I don't, I wasn't in that sort of, I was in monogamous relationships. Um, yeah, there was a lot of times in my head I imagined myself as a woman with that particular person, right? I don't know if they knew that at the time, but it didn't feel like I was properly making love to them unless I felt I was also a woman making love to them too. And afterwards, when I was suppressing my dysphoria, I when you suppress strong emotions, they find a way out, right? And being a male in our society, you're only often permitted to express anger, right? Anger, maybe disgust, stoicism as your emotions. If you cry, you are considered less than a man, which I don't know what that would be. I guess that's supposed to be women are supposed to be less than men in our society, which is kind of stupid. It is stupid. So less than a man, I don't know if that means less than human, I guess, what is the only option, which is really stupid because humans are, well, we're more emotional than we are rational, let's be honest. Uh, so yeah, I'd be irritated and angry a lot of the time, and I never really got depressed. I'd have my blue moments, but in private, when I thought it was safe, yeah, I'd sometimes cry about emotional issues. God, I'm over the place, aren't I today? Uh, uh, the point is, I don't think I have a point. I just buried my soul, I suppose. I'm feeling dysphoric right now, and I don't want to hide it. Hiding it's caused me nothing but misery. I spent so much of my life, spent so much of my energy hiding my dysphoria, and it's wasted. It's wasted and squandered opportunity and my talents, and rendered my skills null. I just can't anymore. I have to face it, embrace it, ride it out, find ways to deal with it in a healthy manner, rather, and move forward. And probably transitioning won't 100% resolve dysphoria. I haven't heard that it does necessarily. I think for some people it might. I think it will make it better. I think more if I accept that I am inside a woman and express myself more as a woman, or I don't know, not man. So I might not be woman entirely either, but that's kind of the direction I'm going at this point. I may fall somewhere in between. When I get to the end of my journey, I may not. But I need to be more authentic if I'm going to be of any use to myself, to my kids, to my coworkers, to society in general, to my goals to make the world a better place in a coordinated action with other like-minded people. I'm tired of running. I'm tired of fighting it. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Peace, comrade.